What's up, YouTube? I'm Debt Free Joel. Just want to give you a quick update on what I've been reading specifically about the student loan forgiveness. As you know, repayments are supposed to start as of September 1st, but there's been a lot of articles I've been reading recently about the White House specifically looking at the impact of inflation if they were to forgive all or part of the federal student loans out there. Now, this is going to be pretty important because the White House right now has a perfect storm. Think about this. In September, they have to restart the student loan payments, or at least that's what they said, which is going to cause massive problems for Americans because many people have been living without this in their budget. And as we know, if there's an unexpected bill that comes with the modern American, they're not going to be prepared. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that the White House, specifically President Biden, has promised to forgive some level of student loans. Now, what they're thinking is this. If they forgive student loans, or at least partially of it, an economic case can be made that this can cause worse inflation. You heard that right. Forgiving student loans, federal student loans, can cause worse inflation, whether it be 10,000, whether it be all of it in full. So from an economics perspective, they're trying to grapple right now with how to address this situation. Here's something else to consider, and you probably won't hear this anywhere else. Do you know that there's an economic case that can be made that you, the federal loan borrower, right, when you start doing your repayments in September, it's actually going to help inflation? Hear me out. The reason is because all of you, a lot of you who have been paying back your federal student loans have had it paused for a few years. And as such, you took this extra money and been spending it in the economy. So what happens is that if you start paying back your federal loans as of September 1st, all that extra money you were throwing in the economy, you now have to pay it to the loan provider. When you do that, it takes the spending out of the economy and it puts it somewhere else. That means that all the inflationary goods that you'd be spending money on, the demand for those would come down, and so would the prices. I know it's really messed up when you think about it, but technically speaking, you paying your federal loans again, or at least starting the repayment process, there is an economic case to reduce inflation, and the White House knows this. So here's my update for you. Number one, I still think that they're going to forgive some level of student loans. So be on the lookout for that. I do believe that they're going to do that at some point. I do believe it's going to be 10,000. It's not going to be the 50,000, and it's damn sure not going to be in full. I do expect for them to, and I mentioned this in some of my other videos, that there's going to be an expansion of the repayment plans, or the income repayment plans that a lot of federal workers take advantage of. I do think they're going to expand that for a lot of, or if not all, people who have federal student loans. So basically, your loan's going to be tied to income payments that you have for the next 20 years, and then they just forgive the rest of the student loans. I do think that's going to happen. But that's my update for now, is that the White House, as of right now, is putting out, feelers out in the industry of basically them saying, hey, we don't know if now is the right time to forgive student loans. We don't know if we can do 10,000. They may even extend the forbearance maybe until next year because inflation is so high. In fact, that would probably be my recommendation, is that they just kick the can down the curb, because right now they're just they're facing a perfect storm where, politically they're just going to get destroyed. If Joe Biden does not forgive student loans, he's going to get destroyed. If the repayments start with no forgiveness, he's going to get destroyed. The midterms are done for. So that's my student loan update. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at DebtFreeJoel. It's the same name as YouTube. I put a ton of information on there about finance as it pertains to saving, investing, and most importantly, charity. Until next time, keep your money up.